What's up, guys? It's your boy Yeet here, and today I'm coming at you with my updated Prank Kids deck profile for September 28th, 2019. I took this to locals today and went 3-1. This deck performed very well in today's meta. I faced Orcust, pure Orcust, and won. I faced Thunder Dragons in the end and won. I faced was Sky Strikers and lost, and then the last matchup was the other matchup was a weird deck, not even meta wise. I think it was like 6 Samurais or something, and I busted it down like nothing. But anyways, this is the deck that I used. I updated it since my last time. It's now 41 cards because I got some new cards from the new sets, and today we're gonna show you that. So without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. And if you guys enjoy this, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below. Comment what you guys think of the deck. And yeah, let's get right into it with the monster lineup. Alright, starting off with the monster lineup, we got the staples in any Prank Kids deck. We got three copies of Prank Kids Fansies. All your Prank Kids attributes, wind, water, fire, and earth are your necessities. You play 3 of each of them. And specifically, in each one of them have their effect of special summoning another attribute of them from the deck. In Fansy's case, you mill a Prank Kids card from your deck to your graveyard. In most cases, we send Prank Kids Planned, which I'll show you guys later. And then special summon another. But while we have Fansies in the deck, and note the fact that he's Thunder attribute, that'll come in really handy for my specific version. Although this is not going to be the full undead version because I just got a lot of the Thunder Dragon stuff. But yeah, so this is like a basic Thunder Dragon Prank Kids deck, and this is what I've been playing right now. But when I get more other testing, this is where we have. But yeah, Fantasy Mills and Special Summons a different attribute. He's got 2,000. Next we play 3 copies of Prank Kid Dropsies. When he's for a Linker Fusion, you gain 1,000 and then special summon. Very good staple. Lampsies burns my opponent for 500 points of damage and then special summons a Prank Kids. Because of Lampsies and because of Dropsies is how I won some of my overtime games. In the way the overtime meta nowadays, these two are insane because I can gain 1,000 life points and be over my opponent, or I can burn my opponent for 500 and be over them, and then do the time most whoever has the most life points wins. And because of these two, that's how I can win some overtime games as well. So they can really control the game outcome of the games in a lot of situations. Last Prank Kids monsters we play are 3 copies of Prank Kid Roxy's. A lot of people have confusion about Prank Kids Roxy's. When you use it for a fusion or Xyz monsters, you banish a card face up from your hand, then draw, then special summon. You don't get to special summon, then draw. It's draw, then special summon. Even though that's a kind of a negative drawback, that is the truth to how it goes. That's it for the Prank Kids monsters. Other monsters we play in the deck are some hand traps. I play 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, your generic hand trap. If you don't know what Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring is, literally you haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In ages. Go look it up and go learn it because it's literally a necessity. I'm not going to spend my time doing it when I've explained it in my other videos. Other hand traps are 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Both the 3rd Ash Blossom and the 3rd Veiler are in our side deck, which we will show. And if you ever need to side out hand traps and put in more hand traps, only play 4 hand traps in this deck because otherwise you're going to clog already. And you clog pretty heavily sometimes in this deck already as is. So yeah, hand traps, you switch out these for other hand traps that we play on our side. Next up, since I told you this was a Thunder Dragon engine, we play 3 Thunder Dragon. Only 3 basic Thunder Dragon is all you really need for this deck. I'm sorry for the condition of them, and I'm trying to get my hands on them, some better Thunder Dragons, but, you know, original Thunder Dragon variants. But, you know, we gotta play Sparky. Those are childs of Sparky. We gotta get the bigger Sparky. And the last monster we play in the deck is 1 copy of King of the Swamp. We fusion substitute for any Prank Kids and good searcher out for polymerization. I choose this over fusion recycling plant because I don't like to re-add a card from my deck to my hand, and besides I like King of the Swamp counting as another Prank Kids card. So if I like plays and they stop me from searching and I King of the Swamp in my hand and I already have Pandemonium, I play Pandemonium, use Swamp, and the Prank Kids card to summon a Prank Kids, and that way I don't have to search out polymerization. So this is a really good way of stopping my of facing Thunder Dragons. So yeah, King of the Swamp. That's it for the monster lineup. Onto the spells, which really up the rest of majority of the deck, and I only have one trap, which the Prank Kids plan. But 3 copies of Prank Kids Place, and this is your essential field spell. Prank Kids Place says when this card is activated, you can add 1 Prank Kids monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, if you fusion summon a Prank Kids fusion monster except during the damage step, you can have all monsters you control gain 500 attack, even if this card leaves the field. Once per turn, if you link summon a Prank Kids monster except during the damage step, you can have all monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack if this card leaves the field. You can only activate 1 Prank Kids Place per turn. Yeah, so this is your like staple card. You use this to really search out your deck for Prank Kids cards, Prank Kids monsters, and then that lets you go in your fusion plays. To make us get faster to Prank Kids plays, we of course play the 1 copy of Terraforming. Even though it's only at 1, we still need it because it helps us get there. And if we can't get it through Terraforming, we're going to get it through Dodo. So there's those. Other Prank Kids spells we play are 2 copies of Prank Kids Pranks. Kind of like an extender. You discard a Prank Kids card. Any card could be a monster, spell, or a trap. Just special on a Prank Kids token. And the token can be attributed, but it can be used for fusion there. And then during my end phase, I can target 3 Prank Kids cards in my graveyard, shuffle all 3 into my deck, draw 1 card. It's really good for recycling the Prank Kids cards that you use in your graveyard. It's essentially a refresher on your resources from your deck. Then I only play 2 copies of Pandemonium. Pandemonium isn't that great right now. In my eyes, I'd rather be playing Invocation over this card. Even though if Pandemonium is searching, like I'd probably be like playing 1 Pandemonium and 1 Invocation. Well, 2 Invocation and over a 3rd Polymerization. But because Pandemonium, when you activate this card, you can only normal or special summon monsters at their turn except Prank Kids monsters. And I play more than just Prank Kids cards. I play Thunder Dragon Colossus, Thunder Dragon, Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Abyss Dweller, Phantom Knight's Cursed Javelin, or / Totally Awesome, depending on how you look at it. And this card stops you if you're doing that. And that's why this card isn't that great in my eyes. So I might just play 1 and drop this down when I get invocations. But for now, this is the exact list I took to the locals. So this is what I'm showing. So this is the 2 Pandemonium that I play. Next up, we have 3 copies of Polymerization. Generic fusion card. We use this to summon our Prank Kids fusion monsters. And it's searchable off of King of the Swamp. Next I have 3 Instant Fusion, an extender of the deck. This card's really good and is going to be also showcased in my Thunder Dragon deck, which I'm working on right now, which is really 90% of the way finished, which is coming up to you soon. Stay tuned for that. And then stay tuned for the update to this deck, my final version of it, but Prank Kids is still going to be a thing. This is my pure Prank Kids deck profile, really, kind of. This is really how I like to play it. Instant Fusion, pay 1,000, especially on a fusion monster. Our targets are going to be pretty much Weather Washer. I've pretty much done every single time I activated this game, the tournament today, I played Weather Washer out of that. I don't think I once did Rocket Ride because I didn't want to have it in the graveyard. So yeah, Instant Fusion. 2 Called by the Grave, our 3rds in the side. I really didn't get to use Called by the Grave that often today, which is surprising for how much Called by the Grave is in there. I think I played like 1 time against the Sky Striker dude. I didn't really get to face many hand traps, I'm not gonna lie. I faced like an Ash Blossom and against a Night or a Orcust match, and I negated that with Call by Grave, but it really didn't show up as much as I really think. Even when I started in 3rd. 1 copy of 1 for 1. We can use this card to send an extra Thunder Dragon from our hand or King of the Swamp to the graveyard to special summon either our Veiler to synchro summon into Trish or our Prank Kids Fangies into level 1 so I can go into Thunder Dragon. This card's essentially great for an extender. Great card. Don't know why people don't play it. The Screw the Pooch over, we play our deck 1 Pot of Desires. Yeah, this card literally screws me over half the time. I still play it because I can't tell you, there's no really great other draw cards in this deck except in this game right now except for that, and unfortunately Desires is the only one worth playing. But I swear I've sided this card out so many times and I love myself for doing it. But if I'm playing it in the first time, yeah, I have to play Desires. But if I side anything out, this card's literally the first thing on my list to get out. So yeah, there's Desires. Card I just picked up today. I actually put it in the deck. Loved it. It won me the Nightmare, the Arcus matchup, and one of the games in the Sky Striker matchup. My first copy of Raigeki. Thank God. I finally own a copy of this card. Destroy all monsters in my open controls. Great. Love it. Clashing Souls. This card was clutch in the Thunder Dragon matchup. For holy crap, clutch. Because of this card, I was able to get over his Artifact Scythe, which he played, which I don't know why he was playing it, but he did. And that stopped me so much. And I was like, well, shit. I'm just going to normal summon a Prank Kids monster, activate Clashing Souls, attacking the Scythe. Goodbye. That card got me rid of the Scythe, which let me summon extra deck monsters. This card's fantastic. If you don't know what Clashing Souls is, during the damage calculation, your attack position monster battles an opponent's attack position monster with higher attack. The controller, which would be me, battling monster with lower attack, you pay 500 life points for that monster to gain 500 attack during damage calculation. Then keep repeating this effect until a player chooses not to pay life points. It's a mind game. And with cards like Dropsies and Lampsies controlling the life points that we have, this card will essentially always work in our favor. And that's really all you need to know about it. And the last card we play in our 41 card deck is the one copy of Prank Kids Plan, which is really just like a free fusion, free link monster, and I can banish it from the graveyard to any number of Prank Kids cards to basically choose a monster and lose 100 attack for each, but we never really use that effect ever. So that's it for the main deck. That's 41 cards. Let's go off in an extra deck. So, of course, we play our Cooker, our Chef, Prank Kids Battle Butler, aka the other Raigeki of the deck. I attributed it to quick effect destroy all of my opponent's cards, and it's a combination of Fansies, Dropsies, and Lampsies. It's pretty good, and if it's this card in possession is destroyed by a card effect, I can target 1/9 fusion monster in my graveyard and special summon it. I didn't really get to use that effect because no one really was ever stupid enough to get rid of it that way, and I always used it for Raigeki. 3 copies of Rocket Ride. This card is phenomenal. Some people play no, actually I'm gonna get mixed up. Rocket Ride, you tribute, it's 2 Prank Kids monsters, and you contribute this card to summon 2 Prank Kids monsters with different names in your graveyard in defense position. This card literally helps you get free links and free resources from your other Prank Kids cards. So yeah, Prank Kids Rocket Ride, great, phenomenal, loved it, played it a lot, you need it. 1 copy of Weather Washer, instant fusion target. It's there for another Prank Kids card, and honestly, I really never get to use the other effect of it, so I find it irrelevant. I just literally have it in here for instant fusion target. Of course, we play Sparky. You may notice that this is no longer the ultra rare version. I unfortunately, well, no, this is the ultra rare version. I no longer have the ultimate rare. Unfortunately, I had to trade that in to get my first ever Boral sword and the rest of some of Thunder Dragon stuff. And I got, by that I mean I got literally 3 copies of this ultra rare card from the Megaton, which now I really have lost 1 Thunder Dragon, but I gained 1 Thunder Dragon of Colossus. That was worth $42, which I still got really good. I really got priced worth out of it. But I got 3 more of you because of that. So now I have 3 copies of Colossus instead of just the 1. So I'm happy about that. So we kind of like downgraded rarity to get the card, but still we play the 1 Sparky. Card's awesome right now. Next is a little bit of a different. Some people play 2 of this. I personally love playing 3 of this. For how many times it is there, I hate Bow Wow Bark, but we play 3 Dodos. Dodos is phenomenal. Don't play 2 of this and 2 of Bow Wow. Play 3 of Dodo, 1 of Bow Wow Bark. This card is nuts. Adding a Prank Kid spell track card for your deck to hand is great. Then tributing to target 2 Prank Kids monsters with different names in my graveyard, and then add them back to my hand to stop plays. Like the Sky Striker dude tried to afterburner my Dodo. I just drew Dodo and then he lost target for afterburner. Like, read the cards, bro. But great card. Like I said, the 1 Bow Wow Barky, 2 Prank Kids cards. Prank Kids cards targeted next to it gains 1,100 attack. 1,000, I mean. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, I contribute then target 2 Prank Kids cards with different names in my graveyard, add them to my hand. Pretty good. Rip Roaring Roaster, my heavy storm of the deck. It takes 4. This is won me the game against the Orcus second game. and also was actually pretty helpful in the one matchup in Thunder Dragons in the second one, even though I think I lost the second one and won the third. But Rip Roaring Roaster was great. Takes 2 Prank Kids monsters, which is a Link 4, Link Summon, Quick Effect, Tribute, and Regeki. Not Regeki, Heavy Storm. I had Borreload in this place before, and now we finally have Boreal Sword. Boreal Sword is insane. I made this card literally, I think, 4 times out of the entire tournament, and all 4 of those times it was very helpful, extremely helpful. You have to be very careful when you summon this card, because this card can literally win games on its own. If you don't know what Boreal Sword is, and you don't own it, I'm sorry for you that you're stuck in playing that, and yeah, just go watch regionals, because this card was in regionals deck profiles, and yeah. So it's so good to own that card now. Trishula, Dragon of the Iceberg. Unfortunately, I only made this card like 1 time in the entire tournament, but when I did, I actually banished a hand trap from his hand, which was the Ghost Maiden in Hidden Mansion, I think it is. It's not Ghost, or maybe it's Ghost Spell. It was the one that looks like a creepy librarian from the mansion. I banished her with Trishula. So yeah, Trishula can be used with 2 Roxy's and your Effect Failure. Then I play Abyss Dweller to stop the effect monsters, also summoned using 2 of the Roxy's, which is pretty good. And then I play Cursed Javelin over Totally Awesome. Not many people play a lot of spells to traps this game, and I'd rather negate the monster and turn it to 0 for a lot of other reasons, which is why I play Cursed Javelin over there. So that's it for the extra deck. Cursed Javelin is 2 level 2s, and you summon it with dropsies. That's it for the extra deck. Onto the side deck. For the side deck, I wish I had 3 copies of this card, but unfortunately I only have 1 copy. I have 1 copy of Nibiru, the Primal Being. If you have 2 more copies, put them in for these 2 torrential tributes. These are the other my essential other copies of Nibiru, which isn't really this sucks in comparison to Nibiru. You rather play Nibiru over torrential tributes, but if you don't have Nibirus at all, play 3 torrential tributes. It's like your budget option for it. Nibiru was kind of great. It helped me in a lot of games. I actually drew it a couple of times, but I felt like it was a little bit cloggy until I got the chance to use it, and some of my opponents played around it the second they knew I had it. But it's still a really, really great card to pick up right now. It's insane. Super Polymerization. Yes, I wish I had been playing 2, but I actually only been playing 1, and because I can search out Polymerization pretty well, and Super Polymerization is phenomenal right now. I didn't get to face Silent, and for Super Polymerization targets, I have the Salmon Great Violet Chimera. I think I was going to play against Salmon Greats. I didn't face 1 this game, so I literally never started it in. On the other hand, though, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon was actually insane. I used Super Polymerization, fused away my opponent's 2 Thunder Dragon Colossus, and got Starving Venom Fusion Dragon on the field. They were kind of wrecked after that point, because they lost 2 Thunder Dragon Colossus, and they couldn't do shit about it. So that Super Polymerization was clutch. Next, I played 2 D-Shifters. Now, I can't see a really good use for this card, and except in a deck of Thunder Dragons, because in my deck it hurts me very, 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 very much so, and I always have cards in the graveyard. But if you're going first and you somehow, if you're going second and you know your opponent's about to use shit from the shit in the graveyard, play D-Shifter. Just be lucky enough to draw it. Don't play more than 3, because otherwise you're just gonna ruin yourself if you draw it in your deck for rest of it. So that's why I only played 2, and I kind of used it 1 time in Sky Strikers, and that guy lost. That 1 round. 2 Dino Wrestler Prank Tops. It's like okay hand side card right now, but I just went in there for the extra blow something up. Maybe it was gonna be helpful, and I actually played it. It wasn't helpful for the second effect, but it was helpful as an extra body on the board actually. Twin Twisters, stable back row removal. The 3rd effect filler, 3rd Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 3rd Called by the Grave, all my 3rds of that, and the last card in the side deck is 2 copies of Red Reboot to stop against that was the other matchup. It wasn't Samurais. I don't even know why I'm making Samurais up. because I couldn't remember the matchup because I just literally got swept away in like a few turns that I didn't even want to get that. I wanted to get that image in my head. I lost to Altergeist. That's what I couldn't fist against this. And Red Reboot was, I like tried it in Red Boot thinking like, oh, that's gonna screw over that Altergeist dude. No, he just pulled soliloquies and like multi-faker and whatever shit. I can't even remember because that match went so fast both games. That's why I lost. But yeah, this is the Prank Kids deck profile. If you guys enjoyed this deck profile, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below, and thanks for tuning into my deck profile. Have a good day.